Hi, everybody. Kenneth G. Hasty here once again with my series of videos for business owners, for leaders, for salespeople, sales managers, and anybody else who cares to watch the video. And today's video is kind of asking a question: Are you what you drive? I used to live in Southern California, Carlsbad, and they they said, especially when you get into Orange County, you are what you drive. That's how people view you. That you got to have your image. You got to. I think the biggest Mercedes dealership in the country is there, and there's a reason for that, right? So it kind of got me thinking, because when I drive down, I drive. I put a lot of road miles on, and I feel like, and I'm going to insult probably accidentally some people here, but I feel like um, whenever I'm stuck in traffic, it usually is a result of a Subaru, a Honda CRV, the little mini Honda SUV. I think that's the CRV, or a Buick. If it's one of those three, it's going to add 10 minutes to my drive easily. Even if it's a 10-minute drive. I know that's kind of a ridiculous statement, but I sort of feel that way, right? Um, but let's think about that now. That's a good way to kind of identify the type of person that you'll be talking with or meeting with. So if you go somewhere to meet with somebody and you're come up to their office, especially if it's a smaller office, then you see the car in the parking lot, and you can see what they're driving, and it'll tell you a lot about them. For instance, I used to sell a lot to doctors and the dentists, and a lot of them have freestanding buildings, and the doctor has a reserved spot and all that. So if I came in and I saw, you know, a nice car, maybe a Mercedes, BMW, a Cadillac, something typical like that, then I knew this person had an image that they wanted, to project good and quality and such, and I'd approach them that way. you know, I'd be like, well, you want the best, you want everybody to know you got the best, that kind of stuff. If I pulled in and they drove like an older car, like an older economy car, for instance, then I know they were more practical, right? More frugal, And then I say I know. Let's say at least it's an indicator, right? So I would approach them more from a more frugal, practical aspect. And you think about it in general, it would make sense that certain personalities buy certain cars, right? I mean, I like to have, I drive kind of fast, and I like to have something that can get me around kind of fast, you know, I, so I've had all kinds of vehicles, but I prefer the faster ones. I used to have muscle car all the way to, I had a Jaguar that had 300 and some horsepower. Speaking of the Jag, let's talk about that. So when I met my wife, I had two vehicles, and doesn't have anything to do with her, just a timing thing. But one was an old rusty Jeep Wrangler, and it was soft top. It wasn't, it's just I got it so when it snowed I could drive around in the snow, or just kind of fun driving the Jeep once in a while, right? But I also had a fairly new Jaguar, right? Nice one, the full size and all that. And so it amazed me how people treated me different. I guess it shouldn't have, but it hadn't occurred to me before. I mean, hey, I'm the same person. I wear the same clothes or whatever. Like I come driving in somewhere in the Jeep, and my service would be like, horrible. They'd just like, well, yeah, this guy, whatever. I'd pull in the Jag, and people are like, yes, sir. Can we take care of you? And it so it just kind of shows how people look at you because of what you're driving. So regardless of what you're driving, if you're say a salesperson, or if you're a business owner, you're going to someone's place, or somebody's going to be in your car, the most important thing is that it's clean, right? That clean and safe, and things like that. Because that says a lot about you. If you go into your car is all dirty and muddy, or and they get inside and it's full of crap, and it's stuff all over the seats and floors, or what, well, that's going to be a bad image for you. So you want to look clean, organized, like somebody they want to do business with. And I think you'll find, if you notice what kind of cars people drive, you think about, you know, maybe it's because of the advertising, maybe it's just how it migrates. But you watch like a Subaru commercial, and it's about, they don't say a thing about the car. I mean, nothing. It's just like Subaru, it's love, or whatever their slogan is. Um, you get into some other type vehicles. I mean, obviously, a different kind of person is going to drive a Maserati than is going to drive a like a Honda Civic, or Toyota Tercel or whatever it is. So, you can kind of observe what people drive. It'll give you a feel if you think about it. Just kind of think about it, what type of person that you're going to be speaking with, and it might give you an idea how to approach them to um, to when you're doing business. And one simple kind of word of advice that always worked for me: if they had a flashy car parked in that spot, then they want people to notice it. So, I, when I go in, I'd be like, "Wow, is that your Mercedes out there? Your AMG?" Yes, yes, it is. Wow, that's a beautiful car. And start talking about it. Then all of a sudden you're like buddies, right? So anyway, food for thought. So Kenneth G. Hasty, I'm a professional business growth consultant. I'm a professional sales automation consultant, and here in our offices in the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, got room for more clients right now. So if you're interested, I'll put a phone link on here that syncs with my calendar. And so what we do is help smaller businesses become bigger businesses. So anyway, Kenneth G. Hasty. You can check me out at kennethghasty.com. You can email me at kenneth@kennethghasty.com. Love to hear from you. And if you have any comments on the videos, feel free to make comments underneath as well. I know people are watching them, you know, literally all over the world. So I really appreciate that. And we'll keep putting them out. Thanks, everybody. And talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.